Hi there everyone, I just want to do a little bit of a, let's just see, Space Invaders Frenzy breakdown on my gameplay, and I'm just pretty much going to be just giving my input of like how or what I could have done to improve my gameplay so that I would be able to achieve a much higher score. In this video, I'm pretty much going to compare two different videos that I just recorded yesterday, and it's kind of funny because it actually happened yesterday while I was playing at the Great Canadian Midway. And the reason why it's funny is because I could have looked back into some of my older videos and searched hours and hours to try to find the right one, but it just happened to be the one from yesterday, so I was like, you know what, saves me the trouble of trying to look for it, so there we go. Regardless, the first video pretty much will show me having a really great game at the very beginning, but then as the game pretty much carried on later on, the score wasn't as great and I could have done much more in order to achieve a much better score. While the second gameplay, even though I started off, pretty much average, it's better than starting off really slow. But regardless, even though I didn't have that great start like I did in the first game, however, I was able to achieve a much higher score. Part of it had to do with really good wave clearing, but also a little change in my strategy, and that's what I find pretty much interesting compared to my first gameplay, because I was able to achieve a much higher score despite, not having that great start that I did in the first game. Long story short, had I been strong from start to finish in my very first gameplay, it would have been an entirely different outcome. So I can't wait to review this and look at it just like you guys and girls are doing right now. And I'm doing this just for fun.
Hey, I doubt it's gonna happen again, but we'll see. Because the jet's not here. Wow.
So this is gonna be interesting because I usually don't review my own gameplay and I just pretty much wing it and let it go through. So let us just begin right now. And I'm also doing this just for fun, so I don't plan on doing this kind of thing later on in the future. I just want to just pretty much have fun and play the game without overthinking about it. So thank you everybody, and hope you have a great one.
Ready, go. Accelerate.
So here at the very beginning, basically I'm trying to clear off some of the waves that go down the fastest, and this is the part where some of the waves overlap each other. So I try to prioritize the ones that come down first the fastest by clearing what I call half the screen. You'll notice that I'll skip a lot of things in detail, so if you're interested more into that sort of stuff, just pause the screen and basically read the description. I know for some it's a lot to absorb, so I pretty much am trying to simplify and just keep the moving going, so thank you. The reason why I was hitting the bomb at this time was because I was trying to clear some waves that are coming down in advance and they were beginning to stack up. So as long as I'm able to clear the rest of the waves that the bomb, which is the letter B over there, pretty much missed, I'm able to have a much more effective time of, like, as you can see, me pretty much getting ready for the next couple of waves. So it gives me some time to kind of like think it over and hit the targets that I need to get a higher score. So first things first, the reason why this was such a great game at the very beginning was because I had two of the bombs still available and my score was well over 30,000 at the time. So as you notice, as the game keeps going on, it seems a bit more hectic, more waves are coming down faster, they're kind of like snaking in a little bit of those Space Invaders in between. So it gets to that point where I kind of wish I'd be able to hit the bombs a little bit more at the right spots rather than kind of like hesitate and hit it the wrong times. You'll notice that I like to hit the bombs in the middle of the area as opposed to, like, let's just say closer to the edge, because that way you'll be able to clear the waves way more effectively. Some people don't realize that this is kind of a neat trick to kind of like save yourself some trouble, because the laser can only clear so much. I see so many of the people who know how to play the game hit the bomb closer to the end, where pretty much it's closer to the bottom of the screen, but you'll probably only hit maybe like 2 or 3 that way that are just wandering by. And that's the reason why I like to hit it where there's a huge mass of them, because at least then you'll be able to rack up way more points that way. It's not worth it using the bomb to try to just hit only like maybe 1 or 2 targets, because it only gives 50 points each. The key in mind is to actually try to clear the waves as effectively as possible within the shortest amount of time. From personal experience, I find that the more effectively you're able to clear your waves while the waves are picking up slowly in speed, the more likely that you'll be able to achieve a higher score, even if you're not like the most savvy in terms of hitting every single target that you see right away. So pretty much this is the time when you're actually not supposed to hit the bomb, and this is a good example of it. The clusters are away from the main radius, so unfortunately I wasn't able to capitalize on that one. There also happened to be a void within that region, so unfortunately I wasn't able to clear the Space Invaders in that area particularly as well as I would have thought, so it's pretty much poor timing on my part. So as you might have noticed, I've been aiming at that one particular Space Invader that was kind of like being a straggler along the way. And because I took so much time trying to clear it, the other ones were pretty much closer to the bottom of the screen, and it began to make things a little bit more hectic along the way. And as the situation got progressively worse, as you can see, I used the bomb really ineffectively at the time. Could have got a really good score, a much better score than I had. I'm really happy with having 40,000 in the bomb, but see, using the bombs at the right time and clearing waves as fast as you can and as efficiently as you can, the outcome could have been completely different. So that's generally how this came to be, despite having a really great start to the game.
And there you go. Sorry I screwed up on the bombs. I could have got a really, really nice score, and then I kind of like so. But we got it, so I love to watch this sort of stuff, but yeah. We're gonna be editing it pretty shortly anyways. Getting our last. Oh, interesting.
So unlike my previous gameplay, this one is kind of particularly unique and interesting, because when I pretty much reached 30,000 points in my previous gameplay, I was able to have 2 bombs to use at the time, but in this case I only had 1, despite having 1 less in my utility. However, it turned out to be pretty great at the end, so as you can see, I also took really great advantage of the power-ups at the time. This one is unique because the 2 bombs were actually really close to each other, so I kind of had to perform a little bit of a trick shot on this one. And boom, that's a really great way to use your bomb as well. So yeah, effectively from there on in, see, there's hardly anybody around there. So yeah, already achieved a great score. The waves look pretty good and pretty much ready to keep on cranking from there. I was also already well ahead of the pack, getting over 30,000 points, plus the fact that I already achieved the jackpot score over here, so super happy. And yes.
So believe it or not, despite having 1 bomb instead of 2, I still might get a higher score than that.
So pretty much from here on in, basically what I tell the other people who watch me play the game is basically practice, and once you're getting really good at it, that's how you're able to pretty much do what I'm doing right now, and pretty much going from there. So yeah, so just hopefully having some fun along the way.
Keep going. Oh, beautiful. Oh, so close. Look at this. Look at that. Oh, could have got a little more. But see, the previous gameplay I had 2 bombs left and it was 30,000. This one I had close to 30,000 with one bomb left. But because I did the waves really well, that one, I could have executed a bit better, but honestly, I'll definitely take it. So super happy about that one. Could have got a little bit of a better high score, but hey, I don't like to try these that hard though. That's the funny part. Loving it.